Everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our free options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up. Rob, Jeff, what's going on? I don't know how Square got to the top of my watch list like that. All right, so what we got going on right now is S&P's up almost 11, Dow's up 84, Nasdaq up 34. Kelly, Eric, how you doing? Good morning. Let's see what we got going on. So this morning, this is kind of where my positions are. I think I'm going to close out my /ES position. I'm up 94% on it. I do think that it's going higher, but I feel like I can reload on a dip. I think I do want to be long the S&Ps going into earnings season, but yo, Ariana, JB, what's going on? I'm here in Sleepy. Are you West Coast? I'm actually doing pretty good. I did a video last night, but I went to bed at like 11. My kids, for the first time in a long time, they slept till 7:30. So, I feel like a new person. So when you have kids, you understand that they sleeping into 7:30 is actually pretty great. I'm just going to close this position here real quick on S&P's quick. Lock it in. I didn't fill yet. All right. We are out of that position, so I just locked that in. All right, so I paid 130 for it, got 110. I want to say I'm kind of newer to futures trading. I've traded them in the past, but I don't trade them anything very consistently. So I don't want to take a huge risk on this. Not that it's a huge risk, but yesterday, if we're looking at /ES, it was a little bit risky for me to hold through. We went up, I was up, then we went up, I was down, then we're back up. So I'm just going to take the gains, wait for the next dip, and see where we're going. Thoughts on SPY today? I think we're breaking 330. The jobs report was good this morning. The other thing that I'm watching right here is currently Boeing. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with my Boeing position. Currently down on a little bit. So Boeing, we're at 330 right now. It was kind of a tough spot because it wasn't low enough for me to average down. Like if we came down to like 327, 326, I would have liked to average down, but now we're not. So it's kind of a tough spot now. Not right now for me. For Boeing, it's just kind of a wait and hold mentality. I know the time is great when they sleep in. Or they get up at 3 a.m. and drive you insane. The other one that I have on right now, I put on yesterday, was Shake Shack. So Shake Shack, Shake Shack actually closed at 68.44, is at 70 right now. I have a debit spread on. I bought the 70 call. I'm short the 75 call. So, I'm probably going to be up right now, probably like 30% on this debit spread at open here. Yesterday when it came up to 70 and got rejected, I was up around 20%. So probably up another 20-25% right now. Looking at that, I paid yesterday. Yesterday I paid a $1.50 for it, $1.51 I guess. But I have it for February 7th. Yeah, Kelly, I think so in this type of market that we're in right now, very bullish market. what seems to be the better payout is take your profits and then reload. Because as you can see, if you're looking at SPY here over the last few weeks, or the last week here, in my left hand corner here, you know, it dipped down here on what was that, Thursday or Friday, came back up, dipped down again to 325, came back up, or you could have sold it, you could have bought this spike right here, 326 to 327, sold it. This one really is just an exiting position. You don't really want to get too aggressive. You could have bought this dip here even though it was very small. The other day, bought the dip, sell it, 327, 328, some quick money there. Could have sold this, bought the dip here yesterday, sold it. So, you know, you gotta, I guess it depends on how much you want to manage the trade. But right now, if you're trading SPY, SPY, you're just gonna want to, you know, sell the rips, buy the dips type of deal. Right now, there's really no reason not to. You know, stocks like I've been holding on to, like I was holding on to this, and I was going. I bought it at. When did I buy that? I bought that. Let's see. Okay, so I bought that on 2 days ago, January 14th. So Tuesday. I bought it at 11:54 p.m. So I bought it actually up in here. It looked like it was coming back, and then it crapped out, came back up. So as you can see, it's more of a, I guess right now the S&Ps are more about just buying the dip, selling the rip, and reloading, taking profits. Because what I exposed myself to was a couple times I was profitable, lost the profits, profitable, lost the profits, and now I lost the profits here, back to profitable, and I continue to be profitable, but I don't know what's going to happen to open. So right now, I'm going to sell the rip and buy the dip. I mean, I'm probably going to go 33.10. It did hit 33.08, so, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Eric, I'll look at NVIDIA and Netflix in a second here. So Shake Shack, BBBY, I'm going to have to do something with, because that's actually green right now, and it expires tomorrow, so you're gonna have to take that position off. No matter what, I gotta take that position off. If you're here right now, say what up. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. Good morning for all those that are just joining. All right, Eric, let's look at NVIDIA. And I also want to look at, I do want to look at Netflix as well. I know Ariana plays NVIDIA quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, I would like it to come back down to 345 area, but 245 area, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Now we're at 248. You know, now we're up to here. Range is getting pretty tight. Could explode. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how big of a day we're gonna have. You know, if we're gonna have some nice buying, or things are gonna be slow. I mean, you can see that volume has been on the low end down here in terms of NVIDIA. Michelle, how you doing? Netflix. So Netflix is one I traded yesterday. I did a day trade on that yesterday, and I did mention it in last night's video. The one that I'm looking at, it's already, I wanted to buy it around 340. It's already at 343. So, but as you can see here, it's starting to reverse trend, starting to kind of coil up. It's making higher lows. So right now it's at 343. I hope it dips down to 340 area again, because my plan for Netflix is earnings are next week, Tuesday, the 21st. So what I like to do is I like to trade the run up, and this is a typical chart for me to trade, like an earnings run up, mainly because, you know, it sold off hard, starting to recover, and the speculation going into next earnings usually drives buyers. Like, oh, you know, I've seen many articles already pumping the stock, saying, hey, they're already expecting to double subscribers by 2025, blah, blah, blah. They were from they were the top stock of the last decade. If you invested in 2009 and held to 2019, you would have made 46,000%. So stuff like that is really driving that. I don't know if their earnings are going to be that good. They've been kind of struggling. I don't think that they are struggling as much as people would think they are against Disney. I mean, Disney is a force in terms of streaming, but I mean, Netflix is Netflix. I know, for instance, my kids definitely watch Netflix over Disney Plus. We have both. We pay for both. Ariana, Nvidia dipped to 246. Well, I'm greedy. I want 245. Let's say Someone was asking me about Caterpillar yesterday, and what I don't like about Caterpillar is, I think that you could buy the dip here pretty safely at like 145, 144. However, now it looks like it's above that. Whew. Hold on. I don't smoke or anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm not even sick anymore. Looks like futures are being pushed up right now. Dow's now up 97. So back to Caterpillar. When you have a very tight range, let's say you have a $5 range that you're trading in here, you really have to be patient, time the ranges, and focus on the stock price, not necessarily the news, because this sold off pretty hard yesterday. There wasn't really any news. Caterpillar is exposed pretty heavily to China, so they signed a trade deal, and the rest of the market kind of grinded lower a little bit yesterday, as you can see. SPY ripped lower, then bounced up, and this tried to bounce up, but was really weak. Your buy signal probably would have been get in here, double bottomed right here at 145, ripped up, came back down, double bottomed again. You could have bought. So I think that for Caterpillar, probably missed the entry. At least that's the way that I'm seeing it. It could come back. If it comes back down to 145, I would probably get into for me, I would probably get into the January 31st 145 calls. Or you have to remember, keep in mind, next week is not a full week. So next week we have Monday off. Martin Luther King Day is closed. Stock market's closed on Monday. So keep in mind, so if you're trying to plan a trade, you want to leave enough room for your mistakes. So you really only have today, tomorrow, and then 4 days next week. So you only have 6 days. So just keep that in mind. So next week's gonna be a little tricky because we're gonna have earnings week and a short week. So let me see. Next week we have so Monday the stock market is closed, and then we have a bunch of earnings on Tuesday. Tesla is not the 22nd, this is the 29th, so I have to adjust that. But we have PayPal, Microsoft, Amazon. So next week's a short week, but it's going to be really busy. So, we're going to have to keep our risk low, make smart decisions, and see. We haven't, the banks killed earnings except for Wells Fargo. Well, they're kind of crooks anyways, so you don't really feel too bad for them. but I want to see what some of these tech stocks are reporting, see what's going on. We do have Boeing on the 29th, so that's interesting. Google on the 27th. So there's gonna be a lot of action next week, even though we do have a short week. So, just be prepared for it. So we got FedEx right now. FedEx is back up to 160 area. So I want to see here if we can go a little bit lower or if it's going to push through this 165 area. I'd like it to dip a little bit harder, but with this market, we haven't been getting like massive dips. And now that we have the trade news behind us, I mean, I feel like there's not really any catalyst to, other than earnings right now. It looks like Morgan Stanley beats. Let's pull that up here. Morgan Stanley beat this morning. Anyone trading Morgan Stanley? Mateus, how you doing? So Morgan Stanley, oh wow, fourth quarter profit surged 46%, 2.24 billion or $1.30 a share. They were expected to do 99 cents a share. So wow, revenue climbed 27%. The firm's smallest division, investment management, exceeded expectations by the most. The business produced 1.36 billion in revenue, almost 100% more than a year earlier, and exceeding the 783 million estimate by more than $500 million. Wow. So, Morgan Stanley is on the rise right now. Saeed, how you doing? What's up? So Morgan Stanley was already at highs, and now it's gonna be ripping higher. So there's really nothing really to stop it. Looks like its high from last year was 59, so we're at 56. So now that we've broken above, the 48, now we're looking to test. The 56. So this area here looks troublesome, the 55 area, but if we stay above that, it's gonna be looking at like 58, 59. So that's nice. I like to trade earnings winners that move up because a lot of people get very angry. Like, you'll see that they bought calls for earnings and they crush it and they beat, and then the stock opens up flat or goes down, they lose their money in premium crush and stuff like that. But it's dangerous to trade earnings. I mean, the way that I trade earnings is primarily selling premium, and then after the IV crush, I'll come in and buy the options, whether it's a day trade or a swing trade. And that's kind of how I found a higher success rate for earnings. Sell premium if you're really interested. Sell premium, but you have to pick the right setup. Sell premium for that earnings, and then afterwards, see what the catalysts are, see where it is on the chart, and trade the direction that you think it's going to go. I know that sounds like it's easy, but it takes a long time to, like, if you're a newer trader, don't be discouraged, because some traders, not saying I make it look easy, but some traders just make it look really, really easy, and it's because they've been at it years in the game. It's not like they just started trading yesterday. They have hundreds or thousands of hours of screen time, hundreds or thousands of hours of charting. They've been through years of quarters of earnings. They know how stocks move. They found what works for them. I think for beginner traders, the hardest part is consolidating all the noise, because you could literally there's like a million ways every day to make money in the market. But the question is, what are you going to focus on to make money on? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And then you can start filtering out that noise. The best way to make money in the market is to filter out the noise. Eric, MHK. Could it dip? Well, it didn't dip. It didn't dip yesterday. Let's see. Let's go back to the 1 year here. Yeah, that's strong. For me, if it were me trading this, I would wait. Let's see, when's earnings? Still not till February. Now that we're this high, I would wait to see what happens here at the 140, 141 area. Yo, Billy, what's going on? So if you're just joining, I already went over my trades this morning. I did close out my /ES S&P futures, made about 90%, 80%, something like that on them. Cost me $1.30. You got 110 profit realized. So just kind of chilling right now. Right now we're just going through, seeing what stocks are popping. We got Bill. We got Billy. Iceman. I'm sorry. I know you. I think I missed you. You said Angie earlier. Yeah. I mean this is we've been seeing a lot of these types of charts. I mean, this is like Shake Shack, Netflix, now Angie. So what you really want is it to start closing above this 950 area here. So like 980. So for me, what I would do, because it's impossible to watch everything, I would just set an alert here, like I've shown you guys in the past. Set an alert, make yourself a note, gap fill, 980, get triggered for those orders. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Earnings was the catalyst here. It's just taking a long time. I mean, it is a $9 stock, so if you are trading it, just give it a lot of time. You want to buy 4 weeks, 3 months out. Can you do alerts on Tasty? Yeah, you can. Let me see. Where can you do alerts? I've never. I know that you can. I've seen them in here, but I've never done the alerts before. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, I don't know. I know that you can. I know that Tastyworks does have alerts, but I don't think I know how to do it. Let's Google it real quick. Using watch lists. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. I don't ever use. It's so bad. So I really like Tastyworks in the order entry area. So I really like entering orders on here, but I don't even use my watch list on here, and I don't even like the chart. I don't really like to use either, and also mainly because mobile. I'm mobile a lot, so I can set alerts using Thinkorswim and everything like that from my phone and all that. And the charts on Tastyworks on mobile is pretty horrible. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I really like, let's say for instance, I really like the feature you can just click on the ask, drag the scene around, move it around. I really like that. I really like how fast, like if you wanted to, piece together an iron condor on this, you can, you can just do it real quick. I like how fast that is, and then I like the fills and how fast the fills are. However, I don't like the charts. I don't like really anything else about the platform. I do like that they put the little earnings thing in here. That's nice to put that in the options chain, is when the earnings are. The slide out. This is kind of cool. Analysis tab is cool. I do use that for selling premium a lot. Here we go. Alerts. Here it is. Okay, so if you want to set alerts, it's kind of complicated. I guess you gotta go slide out this little menu here. Go to the chart overview, type an alert, and then create an alert if you want it greater than or less than. Most likely you want to do the last, and you can put your alert here. Create alert. But kind of annoying. They don't just allow you to do it easier. They should allow you, like Thinkorswim, allow you to right click on, like, let's say I want to alert at 72. Right click here. Like, it was so easy on Thinkorswim just to put an alert. I could have right clicked 72 and do it. There we go. But I don't use Tastyworks for any charting, any alerts, or any analysis other than using their analysis tab for selling premium. This is pretty nice. You can do the same thing in Thinkorswim. I do like the analysis tab on here better on Tastyworks because it's a lot. I actually did a video on it because it's a lot faster. You know, you can do all that on Thinkorswim, but it takes a lot longer to analyze and inspect the trades. Yeah, I noticed. I did see that they have a bracket order, so let me show you guys what he's talking about here. So let's say for instance, you can do. I can't close this one as a bracket order. Where did my bracket? Oh, here it is. Can you close a spread as a bracket? No, you can't. So I guess you can't close a spread as a bracket order. But let's say I wanted to close. Let's say I want to close these calls here. These 15 calls. You can put in. Oh, you can't actually see that. I don't know why it's not showing up on the screen. But you can create a bracket order. It'll show you. Wonder if I can drag. Here we go. Here. Show you this way. So it pops up the screen. You can put a bracket order in, and you can have your target profit at 50%, or you can change this. Obviously, you can do less or more, and then you can put a stop loss in. I don't know. I just don't know if I'm going to use that feature. I feel like bracket orders, if you're day trading, it's going to account for some losses you may not want. Like, so yesterday, let's say you're trading SPY. This quick dip down here might have depending on, because when a stock starts to move against you, let's say a bar like this red candle right here, it will really start to inflate the puts and really deflate the calls, and implied volatility will get all screwed up a little bit when things are moving fast. So I feel like that bracket order may trigger some unrealized losses. It may sell it on this candle only just to kind of notice it's stabilizing, but it's selling mainly because the option pricing and implied volatility in the environment changed. The option pricing changed. Your vision didn't change, and so that bracket order doesn't really reflect the vision. That's just how I feel. Alibaba, 225. Dip and rip. Yeah, I mean, I think Alibaba is probably going higher. It's been hanging out last couple days for day trading. It's been hanging out right here. Bounced 225, bounced again 225. Now it's at 226. So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Billy, we covered Netflix. But let's see what's going on. We covered Netflix. I did say that I do like Netflix. I do like that it's making higher lows here, and I want to trade it into earnings here. Earnings are Tuesday. Also, reminder: market is closed Monday. So when you're placing orders and you think you have another week, or just realize Monday we're closed. How does IV affect the option price? So implied volatility, just kind of a crash course 101 real quick. You're gonna have to research on your own. But basically, it makes the option pricing higher or lower depending on the expected move. So it'll make options more expensive if there's higher implied volatility, but they're also probably having a bigger expected move. When there's a small expected move, implied volatility is lower, and let's say there's no events or no catalyst coming up, implied volatility is going to be lower, and the options are going to be cheaper. However, the stock isn't going to move as much. So, that's kind of a 101. I highly suggest before you put in large sums of money, or any money really, start understanding what implied volatility is. Like the biggest things for me when trading that I look at is implied volatility in deltas. So deltas, I like to get a higher delta. I don't typically like to buy like 10 delta, 13 delta, 15 delta. I like to go like 50 to 70 delta. Whoa. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize my sound was on. So, I like to eat them deltas up. I like to eat the deltas up. So right now, market just open. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, so we're up in a little bit higher, 329. Things are dipping down a little bit. My positions, I'm up 35% on Shake Shack, up. I think I'm just gonna close this out on Bed Bath and Beyond, because I mean I'm up 458% on these calls here. So I think I'm just gonna close them out. So overall, I'm gonna lose like 26 bucks on earnings here. So let me close this out. Close her out. Bid in the ask is kind of wide. All right, so I got out of that. I'll show you my orders here. The reason why I closed it, I don't know if it shows my account number or not when I'm filling these orders. Can we close this one too? No, that one's worthless. Okay, so I just show you guys what happened here. So I just closed out my Bed Bath & Beyond order, made 189. However, I'm losing 145 on the put side and this other call. However, this call was left over from the spread, so it's kind of complicated. On the original Iron Condor, I lost $50, and now I was up 27 on this whole spread. So it looks like I'm going to end up losing on Bed Bath & Beyond about $25 out of that earnings play. So I guess not terrible. We came back around, but a lot of work for $25. I mean, you know, like I thought I was gonna go a lot faster. It just didn't. I thought because my original plan, Bed Bath & Beyond, was going to dip down to, you know, we put a strangle on down here. I had the 13.5 puts. I thought it was going to go to 12.5. That was my plan. Thankfully, I strangled it because we've had nothing but green, and those calls were up like almost 500. They were up like 500% this morning. So, I mean, just crazy. So that's why put a strangle on, starting to close this gap here. I mean, the chart still looks good, but I don't have any more time. Tomorrow they expire. I don't want to hold it into expiration, even though I was in the money about $1. I don't want to take any chances. I'll make up my $25 up somewhere else, and I think I already did, like on Shake Shack. So Shake Shack is coming down a little bit, Shake Shack's down under 70 now. Might be a good buy the dip here. Shake Shack is chilling, nice range and open. So I think we're gonna see some volatility, but this looks decent here. We'll see if it stays above here. Might retap this 68 area. Might be a good bet of the dip. SPY's moving back up. Looks like I sold the S&P futures a little early. You know, now those are going for. I sold them for 480, and I had, what was the date? January 31st. I had the 350s. So yeah, we left about $40 on the table there, so not bad. And this is the second that I've closed Amazon play and they rip. Yeah, Amazon's been tough the last few days because it's been nothing but downtrending. But I don't get any fear of missing out when I made almost 100% profit. It was a small trade. I'll be looking to get trading the S&P futures a little bit more seriously. I just want, you know, before you get into trading a ticker, you want to have some success behind it. Start small, start trading it successfully. I haven't traded the S&P futures in a long time, so that is why we're starting small, and we'll start to add bigger positions moving forward. But just wanted to suck some money out of there, make sure my trades are looking right. Do you think Shake Shack could make it down to $59 or $60 a share? I do not, Tobin. I do not. I have a debit spread right now. I'm looking for 75 on it. I don't think it's coming back down to 59 or 60. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, this what do I have to say? Is the disclaimer is for entertainment purposes only. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. I'll keep you updated on what my trades are. Hit the like button. Definitely appreciate you. If you're new, hit subscribe. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.